Here on the ACC Digital Network, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday, Tom Werme, along with Riley Skinner, and the head coach of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, Paul Johnson. And, Coach, you built such great momentum at the end of last season, playing in that ACC championship game and then winning the Sun Bowl. How do you keep it going in 2013?
Well, I think anytime you can finish the season on a positive note, it's good, and carries over into winter workouts and spring practice. But, when you start fall camp in August, everything starts anew. The neat thing about college football to me is every year you get to start over, and you don't have any record, there's no stats, there's no anything, and it's always refreshing and fun to go into that in August, looking forward to the new season.
Coach, Vad Lee is a proven thrower, but coming back, your leading receiver has got 8 catches in his career. What have you seen this offseason of a new receiver that's going to step up?
Well, I think in spring we had some young guys who matured and made some progress. But actually, until you do it in the game, you never know. So we feel like we've got some guys who have the ability and athletic ability. Certainly Darren Waller's a young man who's, 6'6", 230 and sub-4.5 guy who should be really good. But you got to do it on the field. We've had a couple of other freshmen that Traven Henry, who missed the year with a knee injury, will be back. Michael Summers, we redshirted. DeAndre Smelter's a young man coming off the baseball team. He hadn't played football in 2 years, but was a highly recruited guy coming out of high school. So we feel like we got some guys there. We'll see how it unfolds.
And from last year, you struggled a little bit with consistency. Do you feel like with some more leadership on this team that you guys have the leadership and the character to be more consistent week in, week out?
Well, I think what happened is we dug a pretty big hole early. We started 2-4, and we lost some really tough games. We lose 2 conference games right out the shooting overtime to Virginia Tech and Miami, and that kind of put us in a tailspin. I'm not sure we had the experience and the leadership to get through it. The last half of the year we played better. We lost the last game to a really good Georgia team. But had a chance in the ACC championship game against Florida State and then was fortunate enough to beat Southern Cal in the bowl game. So this is our oldest team. We've got guys that have played a lot of football and a good senior class, so we'll see how it goes.
You mentioned Virginia Tech and Miami. You had those close games with those teams. You've beaten them twice but lost to them 8 times. And you get them back-to-back this year. So when you look down the schedule, you see those 2 Coastal Division rivals back-to-back. How do you view that?
Well, it'll be important, but, we start out with Duke right off the bat. So we go Duke, North Carolina, Virginia Tech, Miami. So we have 4 division games all in a row.
Up.
Yeah, so in October, by the end of October, we'll know kind of where we're at, or really the start of October in our division. But, that's the way the schedule falls, and some teams we've had better success than others. Certainly, Virginia Tech has been close games every year. Usually to win the Coastal Division, we're going to need to beat Virginia Tech and Miami.
And defensively, what has Ted Roof brought to your defense that you're going to see improvements on this year?
Well, hopefully just some enthusiasm and energy, and I think Ted's coaching style and philosophy probably closer resembles mine on the field as far as getting after folks and high energy and being that kind of thing, and he has a high expectation level. So our guys rallied around him this spring, and we'll see how it goes in the fall. Until you do it on the field, hard to talk about, but certainly we'll have that opportunity early.
Well, Coach, we thank you for your time and best of luck this season in 2013.
All right, guys, good to see you.
Great, and we thank you for watching the ACC Digital Network, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday.